Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to Heartstruck. So, it occurred to me after I finished off last time that I forgot to check out all the options for things, because there were times where we had options. But did I say that before? It must have. Yeah, last time we asked her, how do you remember anything? Let's ask her what's she talking about.
Huh? I can still see the code. I know everything has changed, so don't play dumb. I can't access it, but... And for some reason I remember them all. Strange. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
It probably really doesn't. Alright, that was it for that one. But there were a couple others. I think we did save all of them. Let's offer to walk her home this time. Oh wait, or is that what we did before? We tried to get closer to her. We're gonna leave it be this time. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't bother her about it right now. She was always a bit reluctant on talking about her home life, so I can't take my chances with that topic right now. But when I think about it, the more I worry. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. We can probably talk at lunch or during free time at the club if we get any. Alright then, Will. Natsuki hastily walks away before I can even finish. Something tells me I need to get used to that. It's always different there. I wonder if this mod is going to have, like, relationship dynamics or something. Didn't we talk to her last time? We'll be a dedicated loner this time. I probably should to bother her right now. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just clinging to her for the sake of my promise. I might just be overthinking it, but I can't just take every chance I get for my own convenience. I head over to a less occupied area of the roof and sit down on the ground, legs crossed. I stare at my page, and it stares back at me. Oh, it's already over. That was it. That was all there was to that one. I think that might have been all there was to all of it, because I don't recall any other choices in the mod. But, you know, even though that only lasted like 2 minutes, I was just going to lump this in with the demo of Chapter 1, which is apparently only like 10 on its own, so it's whatever. That's fine. You know what? We're just gonna stop this. That's enough out of you. And now we're going to fire up the Chapter 1 demo. Let me just navigate to that, dear viewer. It's right over here. Should be okay, I think. Probably. Crossing my fingers. This isn't like one of those mods that crashes because I don't have Rent by 7 running or something. I mean, the first one didn't, so I'm hoping this one will be fine too, but... Oh, come on, computer. My computer's like, oh, your device needs to restart and update, even though I just restarted and updated it. Ah, jeez. Hopefully it doesn't interfere. That's okay. Even broken hearts can be scattered. Okay, let's go! Wait, do I need to mess with the settings? I hope it uses the same settings. I mean, why wouldn't it? That makes sense, right? Yeah, here, hold on a second. Yeah, it's still the same settings. We're good. It took me embarrassingly longer than it should have to look for clothes that weren't plain black shirts. I've never been one to care about what I wear, but today's occasion put me in a panic. But this shouldn't be a hectic situation. I invited Natsuki to browse around the mall with me. What's so stressful about that? It feels as though I'm getting ready for an interview. The thought isn't so far off. Natsuki would absolutely talk my ear off about what I'm wearing, make comments about my hair. Hell, she'd laugh at the way I stand. I shouldn't care about it. There's no telling how you'd please this girl, but this sort of feels different. Like I'm genuinely nervous and trying to give off a good impression. But why? I need to keep my non-lame face on. Stop daydreaming, and daydreaming can be one word.
Stop daydreaming out on the streets, you creep!
There, see, you did it right there. Oh, come on! Lovely seeing you too, Natsuki.
Don't tell me you're already regretting this! Do you have any idea how hard it was for me to just get out of the house?
Your efforts are greatly appreciated. I promise not to put them to waste, milady.
Ew, stop it! I'd rather have you call me Short!
Sure.
What?
You look nice, by the way.
Huh?
Your outfit. I guess this is the first time I've seen you not in your uniform.
Huh, it is.
It's really cute.
Hallie, I'll say this once and make it very clear. Don't you dare ever call me that again!
Technically, I complimented your attire, not you. But why?
Because I told you!
Unfortunately, that's not enough for me. If you can give me a proper reason, and if it sounds valid enough, I won't question why it's a sin to compliment you.
Because It's...
I watch her struggle to get anything out for the next few seconds. Eventually, I sigh and wave my hand to dismiss the situation. You know what? It's fine. I'm sorry. We're here to hang out, have fun. I don't want us to start this off with me ticking you off or anything. I'll stop crying.
Yeah, you're right. It's not any fun if I'm screaming at you all the time.
Heh, I promise I'll try harder to not be as annoying as usual. You know, dang well we're hitting the merch stores too. It'll probably help with the mood. When Natsuki and I step into the mall, her eyes glisten with such wonder as she hovered ahead of me. Her gaze glides over every possible store in her sights. No spot was left gawked at until we reached to the very center of the building. What was left ungawked? I don't know. The best way to describe her behavior would be like a kid in a candy store. Okay, so the developer said they're not British, so you want to ditch that, you man. American spelling of behavior has no use. It's a far cry from how she bragged about being here before. My guess is that before was very long ago for her to be this fascinated with the place. So, where to, Captain?
Me?
You're the mall expert here, aren't you? You had quite a lot to say about your time here. You'll lead the way. Unless you just want to walk around for a bit and see what's worth checking out.
Right, I know. Firstly, we're going to hit the bookstore. You have to check that place out, I'm not kidding. They call it that, but it's literally filled with every latest manga series to date.
Talk about clickbait.
But because it's such a place under the radar, it can still get pretty crowded at later hours. Since we're here rather early, it shouldn't be a problem for us. I heard they've also opened up a small supermarket in the lower levels. We should probably check that out last, though. I might need to pick up some baking ingredients.
We're set then. We could maybe roam around a bit while we get there. I'll get a rundown of what else there is to offer her.
Nope.
Hey! Natsuki tightly grabs my arm and yanks me towards the escalators. I don't have a will of my own with this girl, noted. Natsuki and I, sure enough, head straight for the bookstore and completely took over the place the moment we stepped in. No employee or the owner themselves could assist us with anything. Natsuki guided me through everything with her eyes closed. She technically owned this place with the way she acted, a lot more aggressively since there weren't many customers here. Aggressively. But we eventually got kicked out for spending an hour in there and not actually buying anything. To stop Natsuki from causing a scene, I am the one to start dragging her away as a distraction. Well, I didn't really think this through, but it's better than nothing.
What the hell are we here for?
Hey, I didn't plan on barging in here, but you're too feral to be out in the open right now.
Excuse me? I'm not the old hag you kicked us out for having fun.
You and I have different definitions of fun, and making a fool out of yourself. Oh, sorry, definite tons. Since we're here, just try browsing around and cool off for a bit. We still have a lot of time.
I don't need cooling off, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, sure. I nudge her forward and lock off any chances for her to deny or escape this store. Natsuki reluctantly complies and begins looking around the place, scanning and feeling around the textures of a few clothes. She slowly started getting into her natural side, more eager to actually check out what the store had to offer. And she was so into it by now that she started picking out clothes and hanging them over my arm like a coat rack. I sort of feel irritated with how she can complain so much, then just drop silent like this, but my god, she's beyond adorable when she's in her element. I kept quiet and followed her around. She started asking me what color worked the best or if I'd think they'd have her size. She's somehow making this harder for me to bear than I signed up for. This B-E-A-R, that sense of bear. I knew I'd be dealing with a snarky little demon who takes pleasure in me making a fool of myself. But what the hell am I supposed to do with this? How do I handle her when she's this cute to the point her smile makes me forget how to breathe? I've never prepared for this. This is bullshit. These thoughts have been killing me for the past week, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing about it. By the time I'm out of my self-induced panic attack, I discover that Natsuki is already on the other side of the store. I pace over to her before she realizes I was daydreaming and give me shit for it. But once I find where she is, I regret ever doing so. She's been intently looking over a colorful variety of undergarments hung up in the corner. She picked up one and turns to find me just standing here.
Something wrong, Hallie?
Nope. Can you just tell me what you're actually planning on buying? Or am I just holding these for your entertainment?
Hey, what do you think of this one? The blue really fits the small ribbon pattern it's got going on.
She almost shoves the thing in my face. I keep looking away, but wherever I look, I see workers or the cashier laughing at my expense, which worsens my situation. Cut it out already. Get whatever you want, just leave me out of it.
Mr. Macho can't take the sight of a girl picking out bras. I should have known your weakness was related to how big of a pervert you are.
Okay, screw this. I'm leaving these here and waiting outside. Let me know when you're done with your BS.
I'll make sure to get a color that matches your face right now.
Choke. I do as I said and walk out, with my hands over my face to avoid eye contact with anyone and try to cool down. I never thought she could fire back like this. It's been so long since she's gotten me. I guess it's more because I've caught her off guard too many times and it finally backfired. I need to be careful, especially now with all these weird thoughts eating my mind. Natsuki soon joined me outside, but for the majority of the walk I ignored her presence. What scared me more was the fact she had a small bag with her. Our next stop was a few merch stores hidden away on the lower floors of the building. When we reached there, Natsuki pointed out where the supermarket is as well, which was our next step. Okay, our next stop. Okay, I didn't say it before. You had just like super space market when it is supposed to be all one word, and now you have it one word here. Just be consistent, man.
Talk about disappointing.
2 P's, 1 S. Yeah, everything in there made my head spin. Why the hell would they think coffee mugs were a good idea when it's shaped like a human head? Statement, not a question.
The worst part is they didn't even look like the characters they were trying to depict. It was actually unnerving.
Bottom line, it was all bootleg stuff.
I swear it was never this bad whenever I came in. I don't get what happened.
I guess there's not much popularity with these kinds of stores now. Companies would pretty much make their own websites and sell their products online. Shops like these might just look prehistoric to the eyes of the people now.
I guess.
She seemed really down, and understandably so. Oh, sorry. Just understandably, nay, understandably. It's not a pleasant thought, watching the few good things you enjoyed fading away because of a dying trend. We headed towards our final stop, but seeing Natsuki's mood made me feel that this won't be a satisfactory end. I began looking around the new variety of places to go at this newer level and spot our salvation. I stop walking and lightly elbow Natsuki.
Dude, what gives?
My lack of a response makes her follow my gaze to where I had been staring at.
No!
Yes.
That's not happening!
We're going in there.
No, we aren't!
Yeah, we are.
Ah! Hallie, let me go!
For someone who whines a lot about not wanting to do things, Natsuki's really keen on beating me at my own games. That is more literal than I'd like to admit, but every game we've tried has resulted in her losing with little effort from me. I didn't care, though. We've been here I think you meant been in here, for a few hours now, and I'm having the time of my life. Oh my god, you suck so much.
Oh, shut up! You're barely 1 score higher!
And you're barely high enough. Why would you pick basketball out of all things as a final challenge?
Fight! Fight me!
We were down to 2 shots left each. I made my final throws count while Natsuki missed again. It'd be a waste of a final shot if she missed, so I took the ball from her hands and tossed it for her.
You asshole! I had that!
We need these last few tickets. I'm not taking any chances with your noodle arms.
All the prizes are literally stuffed animals! What can you possibly want from there?
It's not for me.
Wait, what?
I bolted for the counter.
No! Hallie!
I got her the plushie she had been eyeing it ever since we walked into the arcade, despite her many protests, of course. Don't need this. But I guess the high of our enjoyment hadn't left her because she was more than happy to have it when we were out. It was an extremely weird dragon with a pink color, but the fur pattern was of a cow. It was even missing an eye as an intentional design choice. Does he suit your taste?
This is by far the ugliest thing I've seen in years. I love it.
Great, he can teach you how to throw.
Put a sock in it. God, I wish you were your younger self again, or go back in time. I'm actually starting to miss the days when you were an absolute crybaby who ran after me.
I don't agree.
What?
Oh no, don't get me wrong. Like I said times before, being friends with you was the best thing that happened in my life back then. But that's exactly it. It was the only good thing. The rest is just a painful memory. It's just a reminder of the days when I was nothing but a punching bag. Everything I did up until this point was to avoid it all. I'd rather not think about reliving it.
Jeez, I didn't mean it like that or anything.
Sorry, I just get reminded of it all so easily. But hey, we're making better memories now, right? If we can keep this up, then the past won't mean anything to me.
Right.
If anything, I kinda missed your old hairstyle.
Huh? Do you not like the way it looks now?
It's nothing like that, Not. The color itself suits you really well. I meant that your hair used to be longer. Ponytails were your thing back then.
Oh, yeah. Cutting it short was a more regrettable choice, but I did it anyway.
Did you like it the old way? Why didn't you just let it grow back?
I just couldn't. I practically built my image like this. This was how people knew or saw me. I've changed so many times that by now I didn't have it in me to do it again.
This thought process of hers was mind-boggling to me, but I couldn't deny that I understood where she's coming from. Either way, this is not how I want her to move on with her life. Let me ask this again. Did you like your hair long? Or your long hair is what it said, didn't it? Yeah, it works either way, it's fine.
Yeah, I did. Sometimes I wished it was longer. But back then you saw how those kids would try pulling it or it'd get snagged in branches. It was hell to wash it too, but I still liked the length. I guess when I was excited about the hair dye, I thought cutting it short would be a better change too.
Do you want to give it a try?
What?
I poked my head over her shoulder, pointing my sights to yet another place of interest.
Extensions? No way!
Just give it a shot. We have money to spare.
Hallie, there's no way in hell
They're offering custom colors, too.
I don't care!
Natsuki, come on. I'm not trying to be dramatic about this, but you need to learn to go with things you like. Dude, screw what jerks at school think. Screw what I think. Sometimes you just have to go for it and take risks to have a little fun.
I promise you won't make fun of me.
I'm honestly more excited to see it, but yeah, I promise.
Then just wait out here.
If you say so. And with that, Natsuki shoves the plushie onto my chest and stomps her way over to the store. I don't feel any regret in pushing her this time. These insecurities need to be strained in some way for her to let them go. I take our bags and the plush over to the store itself and stand nearby waiting for her. Natsuki texted me and told me to wait near the exit a few minutes after she went off. It's been nearly 10 minutes since I did so, and I started to worry. But my worries were soon blasted away when I saw Natsuki walking over to me from the corner of my eye.
Well?
Dude! Breathe! Say something! Nat! You look gorgeous!
What?
Okay, that's good, but not the best one for now. I mean, wow. Alright, dude. I knew you'd look fine, but this... Really, you actually look amazing. Okay, she gets it.
Is it really good? It was surprisingly cheap and it really stood out from the other options they gave me.
Well, it worked out great, right? I think it looks great, but do you like it? Natsuki turns away from me and nods. I pick our bags off the ground and hand her the plushie, which she hugs tightly. I've truly exhausted my emotions in one day, and it's getting pretty dark out. We should start heading home. Before I could address this, however, Natsuki pipes up.
Thanks, Hallie.
Ah!
For all this. Today, I mean. I feel like I needed this. And Yuri, I swear. Hi, Papa.
Oh.
No, of course I know the time. No, I'm not with...
She suddenly gives me a terrified look, followed by a moment of the most dreadful, pained silence.
Yes, Papa.
And to my horror, she reaches her phone out to me, her eyes desperately screaming that I don't take it from her hand. Looking down at the phone, I sigh to myself and take it. I turn away from Natsuki and bring it to my ear as slowly as possible. Hello?
I'm assuming you're Hallie.
Correct. The man on the other end of the call sighs loudly.
It would seem that I'm not taking you seriously enough. Let me make this clear and simple. I'm not in the mood to deal with more headaches, but I'll make an exception for you.
Well, aren't you just a generous little angel?
10 minutes. I want my daughter back home in 10 minutes. Take any longer and you'll be reported.
Understood.
And I want you to be there.
Yes, sir.
Good boy.
And then he hangs up. I'm left staring at nothing with multiple thoughts ready to burst all at once.
Hallie?
Natsuki's worried voice slices through them all at once. I look down at my watch and shake my head. Come on, Nat, let's get you home.
But...
I'll take the bags. If you want to, you can take those off. I pointed at her hair and then turned to the exit. Come on, it's a race to the finish now.
Wait, Hallie! We yearn for those we've lost, but we rarely recall the good times spent with them. You are two broken pieces who aren't one and the same, but still show determination to connect. Is a bright smile all it really takes to heal a wound? Or do you need more lies to cover up yours? Doki Doki Heartstruck Chapter 1, Truth Tellers. The story continues. Coming late 2023.
Alright. Well, he says something else there. It was slightly longer. And by slightly, I mean twice as long as the developer estimated, but we still fit it all in one. So that will do it for this one for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Doki Doki. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye!